My name's Savannah and I am about to do a favorites video for the month of September. I've actually never done anything like this before, so forgive me if I come off a little awkward, or yeah, mainly just if I come off awkward. Like I said, I've never done this before, so maybe my wine here will help me. Anywho, so one of the first items I wanted to talk about is actually a beauty item. This is Santal 33 by Le Labo. This is one of my favorite fragrances. I've been reaching for this a lot this fall. It's amazing. It's so beautiful. I've never smelled anything like it before. It's kind of more of a unisex fragrance, which I tend to gravitate towards more. It's actually funny, I wrote it down because I was not going to remember how to explain to you guys what this smells like, but I looked it up on the Nordstrom website and this was their explanation of what it smells like. Captures a defining image of the spirit of the American West and personal freedom. Yeah, that was a little strange. I didn't quite understand what that meant. But basically online it said that the base is cedarwood, leather, and sandalwood, which I basically call intoxicating. Next item that I wanted to talk about is a lipstick. This is by Wet n Wild. I'm actually wearing it right now. It is called Secret Muse. It's more of a mauve color, which I am very drawn to, especially when it starts to become the fall. Even though in Atlanta it's still like 90 degrees outside right now and it's gonna be October next week. But in order to feel like it's fall, I've been wearing this color a lot and really loving it. Okay, so the next product is by Pixi. This is called the Hydrating Milky Mist. I love this stuff. I actually first heard about it on Tati's channel, which I've been watching lately and really loving. This is just amazing. I love the way it sprays. It goes on so nice. It's like a nice even mist. I put this on before I go to bed. I put it on after I wash my face. I put it on to set my makeup. I've been using this for everything. And I really love that it has hyaluronic acid in it and oat acid. I don't even know what that is, but this is an amazing product. I'm a big fan. I'm also a fan of the brand Pixi. They do not test any of their products on animals, which is amazing considering the fact that there are so many companies that do. So I think that's really cool. One of the next items I wanted to talk about was actually a piece of clothing. It is this dress from ModCloth. I wore this last night to a Stock the Bar party and I got so many compliments on it. It's beautiful. My husband calls it like kind of a Amish woman type of dress. He said like a very religious conservative woman would wear this, and I told him, you know what, that's kind of my style these days. I love more conservative clothing, like higher necklines and midi length dresses. I guess I dress sometimes more for the female gaze than the male gaze, if that makes sense. Not that, you know, it matters either way, and none of those things are really real anyways. But yes, I love this dress. I'm gonna insert some photos of me wearing it last night. I wore it with a pair of white booties and these same hoops that I'm wearing right now, just these big gold hoops. And yeah, I loved this dress. It's really nice quality. You know, I'm trying to buy less kind of more fast fashion pieces and more pieces that will last a longer time and that I'll wanna wear over and over again. And the material of this dress is really just amazing. I'm a big fan and I really like the brand. I think I might buy a few more things from them this fall because everything I've gotten from there so far is really great quality. So yeah, big fan. Now talk about fashion without talking about my favorite pair of jeans that I've ever owned. These are the 501 Skinny Jean by Levi. I am obsessed with these jeans. I wear them almost every day. I know that's probably pretty gross, but yeah, these are definitely my favorite pair of denim that I've ever owned. A word of advice if you are ordering these, definitely do your research. The first pair that I bought did not fit me at all. I bought them in my regular size and they were way too big. They were super baggy, super unflattering, like just not the right size for me. So I returned them, and when I repurchased, I made sure to do my research, because I guess every single color of wash that they have fits differently. So I made sure to read the reviews, to, you know, Google search that wash and what size, if you should size up, if you should size down, where you're normal. So I ended up finding the correct size, and I had them hemmed an inch off of my ankle. And I think that looks super flattering. You can wear them with heels, you can wear them with mules, you can wear them with flats. They're just such a versatile jean. I'm definitely ordering them in black for the fall. I know earlier that I mentioned that I am trying to kind of start avoiding some of the more fast fashion type of chains, but there is something about Zara that I keep going back to, and I think I always will. I love their clothes, I love their price point. You know, they're not always the best quality, but sorry if you just heard my husband screaming in the other room. He's watching the Chiefs play. And I guess they're not doing so well right now, and he is freaking out. He's kind of crazy. But anyways, yeah, so this purse from Zara is awesome. I actually got this a while ago. I got this maybe in the beginning of the summer, and I have been wearing it constantly, even though it's more kind of a more more kind of a summery bag. I love it. I have been constantly wearing it, and I think it's awesome. I think it goes so well with any outfit that you put with it. And it's got a long strap, you know, it opens up. The wicker is super cute and trendy. I love this. I'll probably wear this for a long, long time. So with that. The next piece that I wanted to talk about is actually right next to me. In our front room, we just got a new dresser. I actually originally found it on the Facebook Marketplace, which led me to an antique store, which was interesting that, you know, the piece was put on the Facebook Marketplace. So I thought I would be arriving to somebody's house, but it ended up being this place in Dawsonville called the Fancy Flea, which was adorable. They had so many cute things. If you're ever near the Dawsonville area, I mean, it was quite a hike for me, but it ended up being so worth it. It was amazing. But yes, here is the dresser, and I'll actually show it to you right now. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I love this piece. What used to be here before was an armoire, which was very tall and a little jarring when you first walked into the room. It was actually an armoire that I had had since my childhood bedroom. So I am going to sell that on the Facebook Marketplace. But yes, I found this dresser. I think I'm gonna switch out the hardware for something a little more modern. I really like this piece. I think it has great bones, and I love it as is, but I think adding a more modern hardware will just really elevate the piece, and I'm super excited about it. And I also love that we can put our artwork on top of it and style it, you know, for different seasons and things like that. So I am super excited about this new piece. And then I also bought secondhand. I actually found a pair of shoes on Poshmark that I love. I'm actually wearing them right now, so I'll show them to you guys. So these are a pair of Steve Madden flats. They're kind of a dupe, if you will, for the Orion shoe by Hermes. I'm probably saying that incorrect. Maybe it's Orion. I don't know. I'm not that good about fashion and being in the know about those kind of things. But I love that sandal, but I don't want to pay, oh my God, I don't even know how much they cost. Probably $700 is what I'm gonna guess. These were 20 bucks on Poshmark, and I love them. You can wear these with anything. I used to have a pair of flats, basically the same pair, and I wore them to death. There was a hole in the bottom, so I needed a new pair. You can wear these with anything. The 501 skinny jeans I showed you earlier, these go perfectly with that. You can wear them with a mini skirt, with a dress, with a pair of shorts. Like, these are so versatile. I love them. Definitely like check out Poshmark. Like, you never know what you can find on there, and it's changing every day. There are so many great things that I found on there secondhand, so it's awesome. Favorite book that I read, well, I actually didn't read it in September. I listened to it on Audible, is called The Last Black Unicorn by Tiffany Haddish. There were parts of this book that I would be driving into work because I have a pretty long commute. On a good day, it's 30 minutes into work, which isn't bad considering Atlanta traffic. But on a bad day, it could be anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. So you never know what you're dealing with. So it's good to have some kind of form of entertainment. And there were some parts of this book where I was laughing out loud because it was that funny. I'm sure other people on the road were like, what's wrong with that woman? I'm scared. But it's hilarious, especially because Tiffany Haddish is the narrator reading her own book. So I think that just makes the experience so much better. I'm sure a lot of you know, if you listen to Audible a lot like me or any kind of audiobooks, that the narrator is everything. If they are dull and boring and not excited about the story that they're reading, you're not going to be excited about it either. And the fact that the author herself is reading her own story, it was hilarious. Please read this book. Please listen to this book on Audible. Like, you will not be sorry. It's hilarious. I was so sad once it was over. An album that I could not stop listening to this September was Lover by Taylor Swift. If you know me, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm absolutely ride or die for Taylor Swift. I always have been. I consider myself a Swiftie. I love her so much. And this album is so good. I love it. Lover, I think, is my favorite song. Also, Death by a Thousand Cuts is amazing. My husband and I are constantly telling Alexa to play that song because it is so good. And it actually led me to a movie that I watched last night called Someone Great. Okay, this is kind of random, but the song Death by a Thousand Cuts, Taylor said, was inspired by a movie that she had watched on Netflix called Someone Great. So I'm like, I love the song Death by a Thousand Cuts so much. I think I want to watch this movie that inspired it. Please watch it. It was so good. I was crying during certain parts. I was laughing. You know, at first my husband was like, I don't know, I don't want to watch that movie. Like, it seems like a chick flick. It seems girly. Like, I'm good. By the end, he was like, that's one of the best movies that I've watched in a long, long time. So definitely watch that. But also, yeah, Lover. Mwah, it's just such a great album. I love it. And I also love Afterglow. And I think I mentioned the song Lover as well. I just think it's beautiful. And I love the music video. And You Need to Calm Down. I'm always singing that to my dogs. I love that song too. I even made this print of my dogs. I thought it was hilarious. Please follow them, by the way, on Instagram, Spice Patrol. Next one is random, but so good. So recently I had watched the new trailer for the Little Women remake. And besides bawling my eyes out because I thought the trailer looked that beautiful and I can't wait to see it, I also noticed that the music that was playing in the trailer was amazing. So I searched Spotify because I was just kind of curious, and thanks to a Spotify user named, I believe it's Lisa Langos 2, I will put the correct Spotify username up on the screen. She created a playlist, it's only like 4 songs or so, of all the songs in the trailer or similar songs. And these 4 songs I've been listening to on repeat. They're ethereal, they're beautiful, they make me feel a certain kind of way. I'm a very big fan, so please go check that out. And also check out the trailer if you haven't seen it. It looks absolutely incredible. Next is an album that I have actually loved for a long, long time, but I want to make a case for it being even better in vinyl. And that is MTV Unplugged by Nirvana. I love this album so much. I always have. I feel like it is extremely underrated when you look at Nirvana's body of work, but there is something about this album on vinyl that's even better. And I think it is that you can hear things on the record that you can't really hear when you're listening on Spotify or on the CD. Not that anybody has CDs anymore, but you can hear side stage banter better. You can hear like awkward moments in the audience. You know, you can hear the audience like a cough or I don't know, people like rustling their papers and stuff in the audience. That sounds strange, but you feel like you're actually there at the live performance. This gives me chills I love this album so much. I just really encourage you, if you listen to vinyl, if you have a record player, definitely check this out. It's amazing. Thing that I am really late to the party on. It's a TV series. I was about to say show and then I started to say series, called The Tudors. And oh my gosh, I love this series. It's incredible. If you love historical fiction, definitely check it out, especially if you're interested in the time period that the Tudor dynasty was going on during. It's fascinating. I have been hooked. We just finished season 1 and I thought it was great. Honestly though, King Henry VIII is such an the whole time all you want to do is just shake him because he's such a I find myself getting like just so mad at him. So that part of it is difficult because he's just like a difficult person. But honestly, this show, it's juicy and scandalous and it gets like my historical like itch scratched. I love it. It's great. Next is a movie that I watched recently that I was also very, very late to the party on. And it is Pulp Fiction, which was directed by Quentin Tarantino. So one night, my husband and I were in on a Saturday night because we lead these exciting, crazy lives, and we decided to watch a movie on Netflix. So we were searching around and I was like, hey, why don't we watch Pulp Fiction? I always am hearing about it and I always have been curious about it, which he was, you know, ecstatic because usually I'm not like into crime movies at all. But besides the crime aspect of it, which I don't love, and I don't love the violence, I was covering my eyes a lot. I thought the characters were so fascinating and the dialect being used in the movie was just interesting and different. And honestly, I think I'm gonna need to watch it again just to kind of further understand the character development. But I thought it was great and I really loved Uma Thurman. I loved her character that she played. I thought she was so like kooky and like out there and I really liked it a lot. I thought it was great. This item is actually a piece of artwork that I recently purchased off of Etsy, off of Haley Mitchell's Etsy shop. I've actually been following her artwork for a long, long time. And I finally decided to purchase one of her prints, which by the way, there are some people that will say that you need to buy original pieces of artwork, which I completely disagree. You know, I think there's something really special about that, but it's not really accessible for people that are on a budget when it comes to decorating your home or collecting art, which, you know, every house needs artwork. So I wanted to show this piece to you guys. I love it so much. Actually went and just got her down out of our guest bedroom. I love this piece. I showed it to Josh and I didn't know how he would feel about it before I purchased it to see what he would think. And he said, oh, she's so weird looking. I love her. And I was like, I'm so glad you feel that way because I feel the same way. I love this piece. I think it's a very fun take on almost a Picasso style portrait. It's girly, it's feminine, it's fun, and it just brings so much color into the room. Our guest bedroom has gray walls, so I think that this really adds a lot of dimension, color, and fun to the room. Definitely check out her Etsy shop. I have linked it below. So I had to grab the puppies to tell you about my next favorite thing, which is actually a place in Atlanta, and it is called Fetch Dog Park. It is located in Midtown, kind of near Cabbagetown actually, and it is the most amazing place. So recently my husband and I took Piper and Margot to Fetch Dog Park, and oh my gosh, this place is amazing. So basically it's this huge field with AstroTurf grass that's put down so the dogs are free to run and play. You can see pictures here. They enjoyed some of the pools that they had out for the dogs. There is a bar there for the humans that are attending going to the park. You guys, this place was amazing. Like, every city should have a place like this where you can bring your dogs and just have fun. They had air conditioning on their shaded patio area. They had TVs playing the games that were going on that day. It was awesome. I feel like it's very neat that there are places like this that are catering towards people that have dogs that want to hang out with their dogs on the weekend, but also want to get out of the house and do something fun. So if you live in the Atlanta area, definitely check it out. I think there's also one located in Dallas as well, and they might have a few other locations, but yeah, definitely check them out. All right, well, I think that's everything, and hopefully I wasn't too awkward. I'm sure that I was, and I think that my wine helped, even though I did refill it once when my battery died because I was getting a little stressed about finishing before the sun went down and the lighting would be gone. So it's probably like one of those movie scenes where the wine glasses keep going in like this or something like that. Not very professional of me, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Bye.